So with early signing day upon us, y'all already know, we're here to sift through all of the action, and today we need to kick this off by starting in Colorado, where Coach Prime and the Buffaloes are looking to make a major impact through the early signing period, but also we need to discuss some huge transfer portal wins that Coach Prime and Colorado have got since we last talked. Before we can, as always, y'all know the drill, I need to hear from you. Hop down to the comments, give me a Y for yes or an N for no. Do you think Coach Prime and the Colorado Buffaloes are set to have a solid early signing period? Let me know what you're thinking. If you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe. Hit that bell notification. I do constant college football content. You don't want to miss any of it. And if you enjoyed this content, be sure to like and comment down below. Those interactions may seem small, but they truly are massive for content creators such as myself and both getting picked up and maintained by the YouTube algorithm. And I know this is going to sound absurd, but I want to see how close we can get to 20,000 subscribers before the new year. The support y'all have shown is unbelievable, and I'd love to have you a part of this amazing community. But having said all that, let's jump right into this. And we need to kick it off since it's early signing day with some recruiting news, and this is something that everyone in college football needs to watch because the number one cornerback in the nation, Cormani McClain, who's been a long-time commit to Miami, is not going to be signing today. And that's notable for a few different reasons. First and foremost, there are teams still after him, such as the Alabama Crimson Tide, and a new player has apparently entered the race. None other than Coach Prime and Colorado have entered the Cormani McClain race, and now it just got a whole lot more interesting. Because I don't need to tell all of you what just happened a year ago during this same time, whenever Coach Prime flipped someone who'd been a long-time commit to a Florida school in Travis Hunter and got Travis Hunter to go to Jackson State over Power 5 Florida State. Coach Prime and Colorado are a real threat to flip Cormani McClain. Do not get this misunderstood. Is it going to be difficult? Sure, it's always going to be difficult to flip a prospect. This is recruiting. But if someone could do it, it would be Coach Prime. If someone else could do it, it would be the Alabama Crimson Tide. So this Cormani McClain battle just got a whole lot more interesting. Miami is recruiting at an elite level right now. We all know this, but so too is Alabama. And we do know what Coach Prime is capable of. He just hasn't been at Colorado long enough for us to really see it, but make no mistake, we're already seeing the impact. The fact that Coach Prime has not coached a game for the Colorado Buffaloes yet, but they are now in the Cormani McClain sweepstakes, guys, that says it all. I keep trying to say this, and people will go to the comments and say, yeah, but how are they going to do next season? And that's something we're going to talk about at a later date when I have a more complete understanding of what this Colorado team could look like. But one thing, from my point of view at least, Coach Prime has an uphill battle in front of him. That is a legitimate turnaround he's going to have to do at Colorado, and it's going to be difficult. The name of the game right now for Colorado is talent acquisition, and they're able to at least get talent interested. That's a conversation we weren't having about Colorado a year ago. A year ago, nobody in the world would have believed there was smoke for Cormani McClain to Colorado. Coach Prime changes that. The fact that Colorado is even in the conversation means something. And Josh Pate on 24/7 Sports this morning made a fantastic point that I've been hinting at and saying for quite some time. Coach Prime is getting his name out there. It's already one of the most marketable names in all of athletics. Pick your sport, it's up there. But now he's getting his name out there to all of these recruits, both in the class of 2023, the class of 2024, the class of 2025. Hey, the best guys are at least interested in hearing my pitch, so why shouldn't you be? This is something we have to watch. Am I saying Cormani McClain is going to sign with Colorado? No, this is going to be a battle we have got to keep up with because Alabama has been pushing for McClain for quite some time, and they have got a really positive relationship with Travaris Robinson, who's from that Florida area and really did great work in establishing positive relationships with Cormani McClain. But now Colorado has Charles Kelly, who's familiar with the Florida area, so too is Coach Prime, but also probably has some innate level of familiarity with Cormani McClain. That could be something we have to watch here. Suffice to say, we have to keep up with that battle right there. Top 10 player in the nation, 5-star player everybody wants. But now we need to talk about some wins that Coach Prime and Colorado have gotten out the transfer portal. And today we're going to talk about two names in particular. First and foremost, Savian Washington, the offensive lineman who stands 6'8", 340 pounds, and is transferring from Kent State. And if you're Colorado, you have got to love this addition. First and foremost, your offensive coordinator, Sean Lewis, was the former head coach of Kent State. And if you are at all familiar with that offensive system they ran, It's fast. You want an offensive lineman that already has an understanding of what this system is. He's going to be able to come in and understand how to hit the ground running, and that's going to help the room in its entirety. Another thing we've talked about is the need for Colorado to get this addressed in the trenches. If we look at the offensive line from this season, they allowed 23 sacks. That's not something you want going into next season. You want to strengthen the trenches both on the offensive and defensive side. What better way to do that than Savian Washington? I think this is a tremendous win, one that Colorado fans need to be excited about, and already we have a win on the defensive line in Alston, and now a win on the offensive line in Savian Washington. So already the trenches are being addressed. Tasili Akana is a guy who will be making his commitment today. That's a name we have to watch because Colorado really has gotten hot in that battle. They had him for a visit this past weekend, and that seems to be trending in a positive direction. But the Oklahoma Sooners, the Texas Longhorns, also players there that we have got to watch. The other addition that Colorado got that really isn't getting the play I think it deserves, Vonte Bentley, the linebacker from Clemson, and this is a huge, huge win. One of the biggest things we've talked about is the transfer portal and how Coach Prime can utilize it. The transfer portal allows you unique opportunities in college football to get in guys that have experience as well as guys you know have successfully made that transition from high school to college. Vonte Bentley is that guy. Bentley stands 6 foot, 235 pounds, and he's someone that was productive for the Clemson Tigers, and that's exactly the name of the game in the transfer portal. Being able to get in a guy that you know is talented, that you know will fit your system, but also has that experience, that's a massive win for Coach Prime in Colorado. This is going to be a day we really have to keep up with the happenings around Colorado. It's going to get really interesting, and I can't wait to see what happens next. I wanted to do a quick preview of some of the transfer portal wins Colorado has gotten in Savian Washington and Vonte Bentley. I haven't been able to talk about them because I've been doing Christmas shopping in preparation for the early signing period, but here we are. And I also wanted to talk about the Cormani McClain news because that just happened, and Colorado looks to be a huge player in that battle. Can't wait to hear from all of you. Hop down in the comments. Let me know what you're thinking. That's it. See ya.